Big time, right? When you talk about this team, how they started the year, and they brought on they kept 3 extra defensive linemen. They felt like they lacked the beef up front. And then now you're starting to see some of the guys who haven't played a lot of ball, who haven't played that phone booth type ball, they're starting to lose. They're starting to give up big.
All right, so are you ready for another deep dive? This time, we're tackling some serious football drama, the kind that keeps you on the edge of your seat. We're talking shocking injuries, quarterback controversies, the works.
It's a look behind the curtain at the high-stakes world of professional football, where every decision, every play can have huge consequences.
And trust me, there's been no shortage of surprises this season. I mean, where do we even begin? Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, that's a good place to start, right?
Definitely a story that's been full of twists and turns.
Remember all the hype when he joined the team? The reunion with Devontae Adams, everyone thought they were a shoo-in for the Super Bowl.
It was a pairing that had everyone dreaming big, that's for sure.
And now, well, it's been rough. 4 losses in a row, and even Rodgers himself admitted the team's energy was off, and on Sunday Night Football, no less. Can you imagine the pressure those guys are under?
It's interesting, right? Because this situation really highlights how crucial team dynamics are, especially in a sport like football. Even for players like Rodgers and Adams who've seen it all, joining a new team means a whole new set of challenges.
New system, new coaches, New York media.
Exactly. It's a huge adjustment, and it doesn't always go smoothly. Plus, let's be honest, the Jets haven't exactly been firing on all cylinders.
You're telling me their running game has been practically non-existent, which puts even more pressure on Rodgers to make something happen.
And when that happens, the margin for error shrinks.
Yeah.
One mistake, one bad read, and suddenly you're throwing interceptions, like that shitty interception he threw in the game against the Chiefs. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Not exactly the kind of language you expect from a quarterback like Rodgers, known for his accuracy.
Exactly. And that just goes to show you, even the best players in the world feel the pressure.
It's a good reminder that they're human, too, you know?
Absolutely. We all face challenges. We all feel the weight of expectations.
Speaking of pressure, let's shift gears to the San Francisco 49ers, a team battling a different kind of beast right now. A wave of injuries that just won't quit.
Yeah, the injury bug is ruthless, and the 49ers are getting hit hard.
I mean, their star wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk, could be out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. And get this, he just signed a massive contract extension. Talk about terrible timing.
It's a tough break, both for Ayuk and the team. Not only are they without their top receiver, but they're also dealing with the financial implications of that contract.
It's like a double whammy, and to make matters worse, they've got a bunch of other key players playing hurt or on the sidelines. It's like their whole receiving core is cursed.
It really emphasizes how important depth is in the NFL, especially in a season as unpredictable as this one. Injuries are bound to happen, so having players who can step up is crucial.
So how does a team like the 49ers, known for their explosive offense, adjust to losing a weapon like Ayuk?
Well, it forces them to get creative. They've got to find other ways to move the ball, maybe rely on their tight ends more, or even change up their entire offensive scheme.
Talk about a challenge for the coaching staff.
For sure. They've got to keep the team motivated, instill confidence in the guys who are stepping up, and come up with a game plan that works. And all while facing the pressure of living up to the 49ers' legacy.
Nah, that's pressure.
Talk about a real test of a team's resilience, right? Can they find a way to win, even with all these obstacles? It's fascinating to watch.
And speaking of resilience, how about those Pittsburgh Steelers? Expected to be rebuilding, and boom, they're sitting at 5-2.
They've been a surprise team for sure, and a lot of that has to do with that bold move they made at quarterback.
Oh, you mean benching their young star, Justin Fields, in favor of the veteran, Russell Wilson?
Yeah, that was a head-scratcher for a lot of people, I gotta say.
It was a gamble, no doubt about it.
Especially after Fields led them to a winning record last year. But, hey, you gotta hand it to Coach Tomlin. The guy's got guts. He saw something in Wilson, that veteran leadership. And so far, it's paying dividends. Did you see that game against the Jets on Sunday Night Football?
Are you kidding? They absolutely demolished them. 37 points, their highest scoring game of the season. And Wilson looked incredible, like he'd been playing in this offense for years.
It's amazing what a difference a quarterback can make, right? The way he elevates everyone around him just by being out there on the field.
And it's not just the offense either. That defense has been playing lights out.
You're telling me that rookie cornerback, Beanie Bishop Jr., is the real deal. 2 interceptions against the Jets, One of them, a one-handed grab that had everyone talking.
Talk about seizing the moment.
With all the drama surrounding the quarterback situation, he's quietly become one of the best young defensive players in the league.
Love those underdog stories. And while we're talking about unlikely heroes, can we just give a shout out to the Steelers' offensive line?
Oh, man. Talk about a unit that's been through the ringer with injuries. It's incredible they're still putting up numbers like that.
They've had a different starting lineup almost every single week, but they just keep grinding it out.
Next man up mentality at its finest.
Hmm.
And you got to give credit to the coaching staff for having those guys prepared week in and week out.
Absolutely. But, beyond the coaching, there's this sense of camaraderie, of guys stepping up for each other when it matters most. That's got to count for something, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's the kind of intangible that can make or break a team, especially when you're facing adversity like they have been.
And you know what else can swing a game? Special teams. They blocked another field goal against the Jets, their third blocked kick in as many games.
At this point, it's not luck anymore.
Right.
It's a testament to their preparation and their coaching.
And let's not forget about that home field advantage. The Steelers had their 1974 Super Bowl team in attendance for the Jets game, and that atmosphere was electric.
There's just something special about Steelers fans, that history, that passion. It's palpable.
You could feel the energy in the stadium, and the players were definitely feeding off of it. They were making plays all over the field, offense, defense, special teams, the whole 9 yards. It was incredible.
It's moments like that you remember why we love this game, that connection to something bigger than ourselves, the history, the legacy. It all comes together.
And speaking of legacy, Russell Wilson, after that incredible performance against the Jets, had some pretty interesting things to say. He said the Steelers' offense is right on the edge of being great. Bold statement, don't you think?
A little bit, yeah, especially after putting up 37 points.
Yeah.
But it also tells you a lot about his mindset, about the mindset of this team. They're not content with just winning a few games. They want more. They're hungry.
But then he also said, we've got to keep searching for that edge. What do you think he meant by that?
That, to me, is the mark of a true competitor. Never satisfied, always looking for ways to improve, to get better.
That's what separates the contenders from the pretenders, that constant drive to improve even when you're on a roll.
It's that hunger that elevates teams to the next level.
And a lot of that comes down to leadership, right? And with the Steelers, it starts at the top with Coach Tomlin. The guy's been a winner for what seems like forever. How does he do it?
He's got that rare combination of strategic brilliance and this uncanny ability to motivate his players.
And you can't forget about his guts. Remember that quarterback change?
Exactly. Sticking with Fields would have been the easy decision, the safe decision, but he went with his gut, and so far it's working out pretty well for him.
The guy's like a chess master, always thinking several moves ahead.
Adaptability is key in the NFL, and nobody does it better than Tomlin. He's constantly adjusting, evolving, finding ways to put his players in a position to succeed.
So we've talked about the Jets battling those sky-high expectations, the 49ers trying to navigate this sea of injuries, and the Steelers exceeding everyone's expectations. What's the one big takeaway from all these stories?
It's all about resilience, isn't it? Every team, every player faces adversity at some point. It's how you respond, how you overcome those challenges that defines you.
It's like they say, it's not about how many times you fall down, but how many times you get back up.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And that's what makes this game so compelling, so relatable. It's a microcosm of life itself, with its highs and lows, its moments of brilliance, and its fair share of setbacks.
And just when you think you've got it all figured out, the game throws you a curveball.
Whether it's a rookie bursting onto the scene, a veteran proving he's still got it, or a coach making a bold decision that pays off, the NFL never disappoints.
That's the beauty of it, right? The unpredictability. You never know what's going to happen next, and that's what keeps us coming back for more.
Week after week, year after year. It's more than just a game, it's a passion.
Well said. And on that note, we'll leave you with this. What surprised you the most this season? What story had you hooked? Let us know. And until next time, keep diving deep.